I have a lot of projects this semester. One of them is embedded system project, which involves hands-on kind of projects that I really love doing. But again, I don't have time and money to do this project. So I have this idea. How about using AI to do this project? Of course, AI is not going to do everything for me. I'm going to come up with the idea. I'm going to set the budget. I'm going to buy the things, and I'm going to be attaching everything together. Only AI is going to help me with debugging and knowing the errors, or maybe helping me to improve some of the things or some of my initial ideas. So let's go ahead and open my ChatGPT, which is right here. Create a project. New project, and I call it embedded, and create it. I have different kind of projects, like creating automatic alarm, creating automatic fan, because we are getting into summer. Let's go ahead and try these two and see which one is going to win. As you're seeing, ChatGPT made it very clear and straightforward. Look at this table. Automatic fan difficulty easy, which I want. Very simple. Cost very low. Components very few. Coding complexity very simple. Reliability high, which means then we have to do this automatic fan project. Now that I have the project, let's go ahead and see the components and their prices to see if they fall into my budget, which is 40,000 Korean won, or around $28 US. Here, the estimated cost of this project is going to be around 20 to 30 Korean won, which really falls into my budget. And it really has a very small number of components, like 8 components. Now that I have components, their price estimation, which falls into my budget, let's go ahead and order these items online and see you when these products arrives at my door.
Another one typical day going to...
Today is the day my components have finally arrived. Now it's time to go and pick them up at my door. Let's go together. These are the packages that you're going to unbox. So let's go ahead and see what is going to be inside these packages. And in this video, you're going to see me doing this project from the start to the end. Let's first unbox and see what we have today. Now that I have everything, it's time to put all of them together and see if we can make the final product. The final product is going to be a heat sensing fan. So let's see if this project is going to work. I'm very excited for this one. By the way, it is very hard to continue making a content, especially when you don't have people who really show you love. Please, if you want to support me, the only thing that I request from you is to press on that subscribe button to be part of this awesome family. And I promise you that if you do that, I'll never let you down. So let's go and get me to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you. With that, I proceeded with designing the circuit using Tinkercad, which was very easy for me because I was under supervision of ChatGPT combined with Gemini. After very few minutes, then my simulation was working actually beyond my expectation. And after realizing that everything is going to work through simulation, it was time to sit down and put everything into actions. So what I'm going to do is to follow what I already have here. When I simulate, it is working very well. So I'm going to follow this circuit that I designed and put it in action to see if it is going to produce the results that I'm getting while I simulate. Let's go ahead and put everything together. This is the second day of me struggling with this project, and today I've said that I have to sleep being done with this project. And finally, it's well done. Now my project is working. So let me show you how I came up with the final product that I needed with the help of different AI models. But let me say that today, Gemini played a very big role because it's the one which gave me instructions that I used to make the final product. So let's see how my project is working, and maybe I can find some improvement in the future. How my project works is very simple. This right here is a sensor, which is DHT heat sensor. And this right here is Arduino Uno, which is like the brain or central processing unit of the whole project. And right here we have relay module, which we're going to use to turn on and off this fan. And right here we have fan, which is going to turn on every time the temperature we read from this sensor is above the threshold, which I set to be 28. And I'm going to show you in the program. So let's connect this to my computer, which is right there, and see how it is going to work. Right here is the code that I'm going to use to control everything. And as you're seeing right here, now our sensor is reading 24 degrees Celsius, which means in here in my room is 24 degrees Celsius. And the threshold that I set is 28 degrees Celsius, which means if the temperature is less than that, then the fan should be off. So then what happens when the temperature increases? So let's use this hair dryer and increase the temperature of this sensor and see if our fan is going to turn on. So let me plug it. It's already plugged in. And what I have to do is to turn it on. So as you're seeing now, the reading from our sensor is 31 degrees Celsius because of this hair dryer. And as it goes down, this fan is going to be on. So let's see what happens when the temperature drops down to below 28 degrees Celsius. It's going down 0.5.3. The fan is still on, and then 28, then the fan is on again. 28 degrees Celsius, 27, 29, and then the fan is turning off. Finally, my project is working, and I hope that my professor is going to be impressed by this project, provided that we've had this course for only one semester. And I think 70% of this project is done by AI. But of course, I've learned a lot through interacting and working with different AI models provided this particular project. Thank you, and if you really like this video, please put your thumbs up and also put anything an idea, an improvement, what you want me to do next in the comment section. And please don't forget to place on that subscribe button. See you in the next video.